There is a path to peace in Tigray. A renowned professional is arguing that Ethiopia can end its civil war by upholding its constitution. Ethiopia can end its civil war by upholding its constitution, a renowned pertinent professional argues recently. Many news, opinion pieces, and other arguments are written about the Ethiopian crisis in general and that of Tigray in particular. This is an opinion piece by Mehari Taddele Maru, a professor and academic coordinator at the European University Institute's School of Transnational Governance. Here is an overview of his arguments for you, our viewers and listeners. This is Shimalis Marasa Gabra Mikhail here at the UMD Media. Please stay with the program. Professor Mehari starts his thought by presenting the needs of the people and of the actuality of the current crisis in Tigray. He states, in the eyes of the people of Tigray, there is a clear route to peace, but it will require tough decisions, starting with a willingness to accede to the people's most essential demands. Mehari noted that sufferings of the people of Tigray and neighboring regions is well documented, most importantly as to how the war has strangled Tigray with what the United Nations calls a de facto blockade. According to him, with 5.2 million out of 6 million people in desperate need of food aid, nearly 83% are food insecure, 40% are facing extreme lack of food, and 900,000 live in a famine-like situation, it clearly demands immediate solution. He noted that Tigray wants, first and foremost, an immediate end to the siege. It wants humanitarian aid to reach the vulnerable people dealing with the horror of this war. Public services such as transport, electricity, telecommunications, and banking, as well as deliveries of fuel and other items, are indispensable for survival. Once the humanitarian blockade is resolved, the tension can then return to the matter at the heart of the conflict. In the past few years, particularly the last 15 months, Tigrayans have confirmed that Ethiopian and Eritrean armies, as well as Amhara regional forces, are waging a genocidal war against the communities demanding greater self-rule. For Mehari, central to the conflict is the current populist nationalism with imperial ambitions that relies on ethnic majoritarianism to monopolize power by whatever means available. Tigrayans view the federal government as an enemy that sided with ethnic Amharas. Even more deplorable, the federal government worked with Eritrea's dictatorship against its own people. Professor Mehari continues, building his arguments. Tigrayans at some point learned the disappointing truth that no Ethiopian federal system, no Pan-African mechanism, and not even the international community will save Tigray from atrocities. Hence, it would also enable warring parties to begin a negotiated political agreement on a transitional process in Ethiopia, including nationwide, comprehensive, and verifiable permanent ceasefire and preparations for a referendum on the future of Tigray as per Article 39 of the 1995 Constitution. Ethiopia's current woes are the result of political gridlock. The country is desperately in need of a genuine political resolution. Spilling over into all corners of the country, this war, like the wars before it, is rooted in the nature of the Ethiopian state. Since its formation as a centralized nation-state, Ethiopia has faced a war of visions about its future. In In contrast to the vision of a loose federal Ethiopian state, there is currently a nation-building effort that is reliant on centralization, the basis of which is an attempt to reclaim quasi-unilateralist powers that have been constitutionally decentralized for decades. Based on a vision nostalgic for the imperial Ethiopian past, it clings to the heritage of the state that failed to build a shared nation that treats all its cultural diversity and citizens equally. Revived from the grave with Abiy's rise of power, it is a vision that chained diverse cultural communities to a state unable to build a nation. For the complete content of this article, please refer Foreign Policy Newspapers, March 5, 2022 edition. This has been Shimerlis Marasa Gabriel Mikhail here at UMD Media. Thank you for watching and have a good one.